Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. I hate ads so much. Ooh, what's next step? That looks scary. That's Skyrim? Elder Scrolls. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay. So, hey, what's up, everybody? Tonight I'm going to be continuing Nancy Drew's Secret of Scarlet Hand. I'm going to be playing for a little bit tonight. I might be able to play tomorrow. Depends. My plans kind of shifted, so I might be able to play tomorrow. I don't know yet. If I do, I'll let y'all know tomorrow at the latest. Hey, Christy. So yeah, I'm playing for a little bit tonight. Again, plans changed, so I might be able to play tomorrow. I don't know yet. But I will definitely double up tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't know what time I'll be playing Wednesday because I am jam-packed Wednesday as well. So I may have to just skip Wednesday as well and stream Thursday, because like, I'm not even joking. The Wednesday is so jam-packed, it's not even funny. But I'm really excited because Wednesday I am starting Ezio Auditore's story in Assassin's Creed 2, so I'm really excited for that. Ezio Auditore is one of my favorite game characters. Love the story, everything. Amazing. Anyway, enough of me going on about Assassin's Creed 2. Let's get into me playing some Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. See how this looks. Okay.
I should talk to Joanna before I touch anything.
Oop, wrong way.
Someone has cooked up my worst nightmare and served it to me on a plate.
I'm sorry about the theft, Joanna. It must be a terrible loss for the museum.
That's the understatement of the year.
Did the police find any clues around the display case?
The police took some samples for the crime lab, but they couldn't promise any overnight results. So if you want to put your little magnifying glass up to the scene, it's fine with me.
Great. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Go to it.
Okay. Nancy, something's come up and I'll be gone for a bit. Your mission in the meantime, run through the temple activities to verify that all questions can be answered based on info available elsewhere in the museum. We don't want a little rascal rebellion on our hands when the exhibit opens, now do we? Be back ASAP, thanks. Henrik. Okay.
You have voicemail.
Nancy, hi. It's Franklin Rose. I'm calling because it's just... this theft is very bad news for the museum. You can't imagine the limb we went out on to acquire that Pakal carving. It's been one of the museum's main attractions. I don't want to take you away from your internship, but if you can do a little investigating, well... I think I speak for the whole board when I say we'd be very grateful. Give me a call when you have a chance. And Nancy, thanks.
To replay messages, press 0.
Okay. Let's call him back.
Roswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
Not really, but something tells me this case is going to get complicated.
Oh, Nancy, you zero in on a case like a heat-seeking missile, don't you? I feel so much better knowing you're going to follow up on every lead. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
That's fast. Okay.
I shouldn't be messing around with this without permission.
Talk to Joanna.
Need something?
Have you seen Henrik? I found a piece of paper inside the Pakal display case. It had some glyphs on it and a print of a red hand. I'm hoping he can give me a translation.
What am I, fish food? Henrik's not the only one around here who can read a glyph, you know.
Sorry, Joanna. I thought I was supposed to go to Henrik with all my glyph questions.
The police showed me the note. It said, "The magician suffers yellow death," whatever that means. Apparently, the thief just couldn't come up with the glyphs for "the curator suffers flaming purple disgrace."
Do you think Alejandro would go to extreme measures, like stealing, to reclaim Mexico's artifacts?
Who knows?
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sub ubi.
Okay, hold on. Lost my place. Not here. Okay. Let's go to Sinclair's office and talk to him real quick.
It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Oh, I'm sick about the whole thing.
Yes, your fears seem to have been quite visionary.
I was in the museum when it happened.
Have you spoken to the police?
I told them everything I know. I mean, I coughed up my brains right there on the table.
So, do you think this is linked to the thefts in Topeka and New Mexico?
That awful red hand was left on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka, and on the display case in the museum in New Mexico. What's the chance they're not connected?
Do you know Prudence Rutherford personally?
Oh, we saw each other at functions now and then. Poor Prudence. She adored that necklace.
Do I have to talk to him about everything?
The Pakal thief's glyph message translates to, "The magician suffers yellow death." What in the world do you think that means?
You've got me there.
Joanna says you performed an act of wizardry in helping Beach Hill acquire the Pakal carving.
Getting those provenance docs together was a pig and a half. Oh, they're on the up and up, I assure you. But to have been at the height of my career back before the crackdown, those were the days.
What crackdown?
Maybe sometime I'll tell you a sad story I call How Mexico Lost Its Sense of Humor. Not today, though, Nancy.
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
That's not weird or anything. Okay. Not that I had more to talk to him than that, or... Okay, let's go talk to Alejandro Del Rio.
Hello, Nancy.
Do you know much about Maya glyphs?
You've got me there. I know Spanish, English, Portuguese, and several indigenous languages, including Quiche and Nahuatl, but I have yet to learn the language of glyphs.
Have you heard? The Pakal carving was stolen from the museum.
Well, I heard the alarms going off, but it wasn't until Henry called me that I heard the news.
You don't sound very concerned about all of this.
I was running late. I just figured somebody tripped a wire and I kept going. Whew.
I'll need to alert the police so they can ask you some questions.
I have diplomatic immunity, so I do not have to answer any questions. but I will because I have nothing to hide.
Don't you care about the disappearance of such a rare Maya artifact?
That artifact was lost to me as soon as it left Mexican soil. So my friend Pacal goes underground for a while until he is sold again. Suddenly, he turns up in Amsterdam or Hong Kong. Unless he is rightfully repatriated to Mexico, what's the difference?
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
I smell something. I think someone's cooking something. I think I'm gonna make some potato soup, but I'll try not to burn myself this time.
Need something?
Why did you become a museum curator?
I became a curator because I want to help make artifacts available to as many people as possible. That's all that matters, isn't it? Unless you're Alejandro Del Rio.
I'm curious about the red handprint the thief left. Does it have any significance in Maya culture?
Afraid I can't help you there. What I want to know is what the hand was printed with. It's obviously not finger paint. Why don't you do a little analysis on it in the lab?
I haven't seen Henrik since the theft. Where do you think he could be?
Who knows?
I already got that. That smells good. First thing's done. There. Stupid bug, go away. This one, that one, this one, this one, this one, nope, wrong one, this up, okay, then boom, boom, nope, boom, 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 but it's something wrong. Done, 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 done. I don't get it. Why isn't it going? It's not saying done or anything. Do you guys know what's wrong?
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
Yeah, it's weird because she would have said something, I think.
Okay, I've got a graph of the chemical used for the handprint. Now I've got to match it up with a known substance. That doesn't match. That's it.
Okay, I'll go try it when I'm done here.
According to this chart, HG stands for mercury. S stands for sulfur. So the handprint was made from mercury and sulfur.
Weird, it's not going. Yeah, 13 is that one. Normally she would say something.
Need something?
I did the chemical analysis you suggested. That red hand was printed with a compound containing mercury and sulfur. Does that mean anything to you?
Sure, cinnabar. The Maya would rub it into their most important carvings to add definition to the artist's lines.
Where would a person get a supply of cinnabar?
We use cinnabar here at the museum the same way the Maya did, to keep things as authentic as possible. Henrik orders those kinds of supplies, but we've been out of stock for quite a while. The last I heard, there was some kind of holdup with the distributor.
I've got work to do.
See you around.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, yeah, it showed it, and I mean exactly, so I don't know why it's not going.
You have now
Keep it real. Max speaking.
Hi, do you sell a compound of mercury and sulfur?
Mercuric sulfide? Oh, we sure do. How much do you need? First things first. What account's this for?
Actually, I didn't call to place an order. I just need some information on Beach Hill's ordering history.
Well, hello there, Beach Hill. Hey, you're not Sunny June. Whatever happened to that guy? I suppose he caught a ride on a flying saucer, huh? What a riot. I'm sorry. Anyway, you don't need to reorder, do you? Unless you ate last week's shipment for breakfast, that is.
You're sure it was last week?
Oh, that's what it says here.
Do you know who placed that order?
The initials on the order are JR.
Was the package shipped to the museum?
Oh? Oops, I guess we didn't ship it at all. It looks like the package was picked up here at the warehouse.
So there hasn't been a holdup at the distributor or anything like that?
Hold up. Oh, I don't know where you heard that. We've got enough mercuric sulfide in-house to sink a ship.
Can you remember anything about the person who picked up the package?
I sure can't. Guess I must have been at lunch or something.
Well, thanks for your help.
Sure thing. I hope there wasn't any problem with the stuff, was there? We only used a top-grade mercuric sulfide.
Judging by the impression it left, I'd have to agree that the quality was fine.
Well, you sound a little green in the chemicals department, if you don't mind my saying so. I hope you know that mercuric sulfide is highly toxic. Makes you crazy.
Toxic?
Oh, looks like I've got another call coming in here. You give us a call in about 4 months or so when you start to run out, okie doke? And don't forget to keep it real.
Okay, yeah. I wonder why it didn't work. It's odd. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Just like that. It's odd. Everything is correct. I don't get it. I have to get this. It didn't activate. Okay, so anything I missed?
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
Okay, I can't do that till like the very end. Okay, so yeah, it didn't. Something didn't activate. So I wonder why it didn't.
Need something?
Can you explain how you want me to reorder that Maya numbering exhibit?
Check with Henrik on that.
I would if he was here.
When did Henrik come on board?
I got an email from him one day saying he heard the news about Beach Hill getting the monolith. He said he'd drop everything to come here and translate those glyphs. He was even willing to take a pay cut. What can I say except giddy up? You're hired.
Where was he working before?
At the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center in New Mexico.
Apparently, a Topeka woman named Prudence Rutherford has recently been visited by a red-handed thief, too. Do you have any idea how I might get in touch with her?
Afraid I can't help you there.
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
Because I can talk to everybody and see if I can get something, like to trigger it or something.
Buenos dias.
Do you know what cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beach Hill too, do they not?
Cinnabar was used to make the red handprint that was left at the scene of the Pakal theft.
What is your point?
I think Joanna may have been less than truthful with me.
Have you called the police?
I don't want to jump to conclusions,
Of course. Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be a thief now, could she?
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
Want a cookie?
No, thank you.
Any news?
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
Well, that was dumb. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Beth, it's me, Nancy. What's new?
It's pouring rain. George and I are in the middle of a heated game of Go Fish, and I'm winning.
Don't believe a word she says, Nancy. Last hand, I made mincemeat out of her.
Anyway, we don't want to make you homesick. How's the internship going?
Everything was going great until someone broke into a display case and stole one of the museum's most valuable artifacts. A jade carving of King Pakal.
Who was King Pakal?
He's considered one of the great Maya rulers. He reigned at the height of the Maya civilization.
So what happened?
Well, apparently the civilization was never quite the same after he died.
No, silly, with the theft. What happened with the theft?
Who are your suspects?
Do you have any clues?
Easy, ladies. Let's just say that so far, I have more questions than I do answers. But don't worry, I'm on the case.
There goes your low-key internship.
Honestly, Nancy, it never will cease to amaze me how one girl can cross paths with so much trouble.
Detective Drew, requesting hint, please.
Some of the logograph numbers are pretty straightforward.
The dots and bars are anyway, but those gods can be tricky.
Look carefully at the descriptions in Sunny's notes.
Bet you've never come across a guy with a removable jaw before.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
Watch out for stale cookies!
Yeah, I did that. I looked at it here. Down here, I looked at everything. It's called They Want Me to Go Down to the Station for Further Questioning. Something about an anonymous tip. Do I have time for this? No. Hold down the fort while I'm gone. Will you please let my office open if you need anything? Hey, guys, got any ideas? this way?
That looks right.
You kidding me? All I do is flip them. Wow. You got it though. Woo.
Henrik! Henrik!
Amnesia? Wow. Henrik must have taken a real nosedive off that pyramid.
Do you think he just fell, Nancy?
Or was he pushed?
Sounds like you need to find out about hospital visiting hours.
Yeah, but you'd better get the lowdown from Joanna first.
George is right. She is your supervisor, after all.
Okay, I'm gonna go actually to the office. And to her office. And then I'll quit. She's not here. That's right, I forgot about that. Okay. Okay, I'm saving it. I'm just do it. You all are witnesses. Yes. Game has been saved. Good. Exit game. Oh my gosh. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Guys, wow. I played some of the game that I did last night, and I got to a part where I was gonna stop anyway tonight. So yeah, tonight was actually pretty good. Guys, thank you so much for watching me and for you know, helping me out in some parts. As I said, I may be able to play tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'll let you all know. I am more than likely won't be able to do do 2 streams on Wednesday. So if I don't play tomorrow, I hope to see you all Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time when I start It's the Auditory Story in Assassin's Creed 2. I hope you all had a great time watching my stream. This video will be up on my YouTube soon. Christy, you are welcome for the stream. I had a great time. Blackrose, you are welcome for the stream as well. Blackrose, I hope to see you Wednesday when I start playing Assassin's Creed 2. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, please, if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, the links to all my social media are down below for you all. Please subscribe to my YouTube if you have not already. Set it up on Twitch and YouTube. You can get a notification whenever I go live, or you can get a notification whenever I post a video. And so you don't miss me streaming, or you won't miss the video that I just posted. Anyway, I hope you all have a good night. I hope to see you all, if you don't play tomorrow, hope to see you all Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time when I start Ezio Auditore's story in Assassin's Creed 2. Hope you all have a good night. Bye, everybody.